damn it.
How big this fucking crocodile is. God damn.
God damn. Do you know what
Big
that reminds me of?
crocodile.
Remember the crocodile
This
from like
is-
Joe Dirt?
Oh, I never saw the movie. But this is Henry the
You
crocodile.
We watched it when we were
This
kids.
guy is over 100 years old, 111, and he's a man eater.
Oh.
He's eaten.
He's a man eater.
This crocodile was caught in like 1913. It was like eating tribes, like kids and people. That's why I was like, "What the fuck?
they
This is
still
a
kept
crazy."
him.
It's still alive. This fucking thing's
And they
still
still
alive.
kept him good.
It's fucked up. They kept
Scary
him good.
crocodile.
No, but like that's pretty amazing.
Put him in jail.
It was fucked
Big.
up.
Crocodile. jail.
Honestly, if that was okay, so he was eating the tribe's kids. If that was here, that crocodile wouldn't put down a long time ago.
I know they kept this thing alive. I guess
Well, good for
they
them.
named it after him. The hunter was like an expert hunter. His name was Henry.
It's not
That
his
was Henry
fault.
the
Oh, I
crocodile.
thought you were like it named it after the kids. I was like, that's really fucked up. It's
Yeah,
It's not his fault though. He's dumb.
it's a fucking dinosaur.
not his fault. He's dumb. I think he's a
They're
pretty
all-
smart creature, but
Yeah, but
they just know feed, right?
They don't
just,
know better.
Well,
That's how they
that's
eat.
the thing is that they look
That's
at
how they
us like we
survive.
look at a chicken.
Exactly.
Mm,
well, no. If you,
Maybe a chicken wing, not a chicken.
I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, you look at a
You
turkey,
got-
a live turkey.
I'm just looking at you guys right now.
Maybe. But you want to
Not
talk
below
about
the
your
belt.
phone.
But I was wondering, okay, this is a big question, right? You know, like I don't think we've talked about like if we had a large sum of money. We talked about witches, but not a large sum of money. Now,
Witches.
not
Wait,
witches.
what?
It's like mouse, like what?
No,
the-
wishes.
Oh,
We
okay.
talked-
I was thinking, are you connecting money to witches?
That's what I was thinking.
That's the only way I can get rich.
Witches.
I need witch.
Wishes.
I
Okay.
got a weird.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like one of
witches.
those people in the movies that just has like the weirdest plan. You know, in movies, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, they believe in this thing from millions of years ago, and they put their family's fortune into it.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
for some reason, that always happens. They
Their
always put their
fortune was founded in a coven of witches or something.
and it's like nobody believes in the witches, but I do, and my family stopped believing in me, but I'll prove it right. The witches. No, but we talked about wishes before.
Yeah.
And we
Oh,
talked about
yes.
what if you had 3 wishes, but I'm just talking about like if you had like the biggest sum of money. Now I want to know about the ridiculous things you would do, because for
Ah.
me, this is what I would do. I would hire somebody to man a phone and to come up with scripts. Now I would get other people, just pay them a one-time fee to start spreading rumors about this phone number. So then every time they call this phone number, it'd be like a creepy phone number. And then people call it, and next thing you know, you just hear like weird shit like murders and everything. And then it would like hang up and you hear like screaming. And then I would just have this fucking like, people would just be terrified of this phone number. And they would never know it was me because they'd be on like the Cayman Islands. And then they would call it and they just hear like, oh my God, no. Ah! And I hire actors. Well, I
So
think
you would fund this, but you wouldn't be involved. You
no,
wouldn't
because I couldn't
doing
be
the
involved because I want it to have a lore. Like nobody knows where it came from. It must be like it's almost like a gateway into all the evil shit that's happening. And imagine like you call and then you just listen to like something scary. I never want to repeat itself. That's why I need to hire some creative forces.
That is not what I thought your topic was gonna be about. I thought it was gonna be like, you know, if I design my perfect phone, this is what it would
No,
No, I thought it was
Instead
like
you're a telemarketer.
if you just like set up a phone call or set up a call where someone would call to like prank call people or something. I don't know.
no.
Yeah.
That's, well, pretty much. But they like it's a scary number that it's like. Imagine we're in school and they're like, "Man, we heard about this number, and if you call it, you could like hear some scary shit. Like it's like the dark web. Like people are murdering people on this phone, and then you're like, as if, and then you call it, and like maybe like once or twice, it's like busy. And then when you get it, and then next thing you know, you just hear like the most scariest ghost like shit of all time, and it
You know what?
freaked
That
the
would be
shit out of-
unsettling.
right?
I've never done that where you like phone a number. Either whether it be like, you know, Fallout had an Easter egg where you phone the number, you hear like screaming in the background or something.
Yeah, can you imagine if you've called a number and you heard like the sounds of hell without your Mario sound?
Oh, I just call you. This is the sounds of hell.
How dare you?
That'd be
I want the
creepy.
sounds of hell.
Well, I did
No.
that with Maxine. I called, remember? Or we called all of us.
Oh
called.
yes.
Yeah, like
Did we do that on
she
the
had a phone
podcast?
number, but imagine
Yeah, I
that
did that on the pod, yeah.
nobody knows where this phone number's from. It's like a weird number. You have to like add in like fucking star signs and shit.
Oh.
And next thing you know, you call it and it's like you get busy and it's like try again later. And next thing you know, like maybe we can do something where it's like we give the numbers. She can see the numbers that are calling. You can always see. So then it's like you give it like 3 things. It's like try again later, and maybe like the try again laters get more and more aggressive.
yeah.
And then on the last one, you just hear it's like you hear a voice, and it's like almost like fucking Twilight Zone-ish, and it's like you are beginning to enter a new realm. And it's just like you hear something, and it's just like you hear like screaming, and it's like it can be like somebody getting murdered. It can be like hauntings. It can be like whatever.
Look a lot like
Chris.
Stop that one.
Oh, that'd be actually scary. You just hear like this slow down rendition.
Could you live on, or what would you prefer, living on an island, like tropical island, or more like in the woods, or like in the city? Like if you had to choose where you would want to like spend the rest of your life, where would it be?
Okay, so we have resources in all of these.
Yeah. Just
Because
like
I was like, the city's got a big advantage.
like what type of lifestyle, what type of environment would you want?
Would you want to live in a shithole
Okay.
here?
Where's your ideal
The
house or
woods.
something?
Okay, yeah, but the way you started that, a tropical
I know,
island
I
or the
didn't know
woods, I
where
was
I was
like,
going.
survival? See, this is a weird thing, but it's like if my family moved to the woods, I'd go to the woods. If my family moved to tropical island, I'd follow them. I don't want to be without them. I don't want to be without you guys. You guys are coming. If they move. No, but
There's
like,
a coven of witches in the woods. I would not go.
see,
Blair Witch
I
Cabin.
would prefer not anywhere tropical. Actually, fuck the heat. I can't do it. I'm not a heat guy.
Yeah, I would
Not a
die.
big
and
heat guy.
That's true.
Like,
Oh.
like there's not enough fucking ACs in the world to
Miami heat?
sustain me.
When I went to Los Angeles, I fell in love. It's not so tropical, but it has those vibes
Yeah,
there.
it
It's
is
very like just because the palm trees and everything, and
Yeah.
it's a different type of heat than here.
Yeah.
It's
It's a good heat.
but I went to Miami, and the heat there, I was almost fucking dying. So I don't know.
I
Yeah,
never
that's what it'd be
experienced
like on a tropical island.
I didn't die from the heat when I was in Miami.
Oh, I hate it. Well, if you're from Miami, I'm sure you're cool, but I hate Miami. I don't want to
Can
go
you
back.
imagine just out of nowhere he drops that lore? When I was in where did you say LA?
Miami.
LA,
No, but you said some place.
Miami. I went
No,
to
but
after.
you just said like the heat. I don't know.
Oh, LA. I went to.
well, he
when
was
I-
like when I was in LA, I fell in love. His name was Paul. It's
Yeah,
just like,
whoa.
we're like, holy
Yeah.
fuck, what kind of lore is this? Never
We're
heard this
going all
before.
in.
But see,
I would choose the city.
I like where I am right now. I live out in the country, like almost in the bush. I wouldn't consider it the woods. Like when I think the woods, I think like fucking Low Red Riding Hood.
See,
You know what I mean? That's the woods.
That's what I thought too. That's what I've always thought. Like, we don't live in the woods. Like the woods are different. But people in the city, when I talk about like where I grew up, they think of it as like I grew up in the woods. Like I grew up. And I'm
I
like,
guess. Yeah.
like my ex used to always think like, oh, you grew up in the bush. Like, and I'm like,
Wow.
no, I didn't. Like it's very,
grew up-
very different.
Yeah, small town. I don't know.
Tiny town.
I know how you
like,
describe it.
like I live, like there's trees around, but like I would consider the woods a lot more secluded than where we were.
We're close to the bush,
Mhm.
though.
Like I think like
Yes.
some people who live like further up north, like if you are the only house like in a long way, you're in the woods.
See, I don't think I could ever live in a place like that though, because it's too Texas Chainsaw Massacre or whatever.
Two Blair Witchy.
There's like no trees in that fucking movie. They're like in Texas, all flat and fucking farmland.
Well, didn't you go to? You went somewhere a couple years ago to go pick up that little go kart thing we had outside. Remember? And that guy was like, "Oh yeah, go to this address," and then it was all creepy because you went to the address, no one was there,
Oh, yeah.
and like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
have
that was weird. Yeah, that was weird.
to- it's fucking.
It was also
horror
a really,
movie.
it's like a really nice house, too.
Yeah.
Way more creepy.
It is creepy.
Yeah, so I don't know.
And then we went there. I don't know. I guess we're leaving. Like the whole entire family came out and they watched us drive away. We're talking to one guy, and then we left. All of a sudden, the whole family came out. But it's almost like how we were in the country.
Oh,
Like-
it's like a big event.
Oh,
like
because like, oh, people are
somebody's
here. Oh shit, who's this?
Yeah, and they all came out and they're all watching us leave. I'm like,
Who's
they're all
at the
staring at
door?
us too.
Yeah, you know what? It is kind of like that because, well, especially like when you're like our families where it's like nobody came over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
especially like somebody new, it's like, oh, who's that? It's like, I swear, it's like if somebody new showed up on the street, all the houses would like, it was like Lion King where you stand out on the perch. It's like everybody just stood out on their steps
Or,
staring.
or he lifted the blind.
Yeah. Just, who's this? Just,
That was creepy. That was wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, if they had blinds, fuck, everybody had like fucking blankets. They lift the blanket.
You know what?
Oh,
I
I know,
can't believe I
yeah.
haven't even thought of that since like I was a kid. Because like downstairs we don't have a door in the basement or whatever. I don't know who put the blanket over, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" I haven't like my dad used to do that all the time.
I
Oh,
did
yeah.
that.
Put blanket there.
And I was just thinking, put a blanket right there.
Ooh, do beads.
Beads.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess people do that.
It's
kind of
do
a-
beads. It's irritating
isn't
as
that-
fuck. You're
isn't that
whipped
like-
in the face with fucking beads?
It's
Isn't that
true.
like
Every time you walk,
isn't like kind of like I don't know, like romantic type of thing? The beads.
No, I think it's
'Cause-
more like a 70s
Well,
thing.
no, I seen that in like movies.
These aren't anal beads.
No, I mean like it's not looking as like a romantic thing. The beads, like the door thing.
No, I think
don't know.
I think it's more of a 70s thing. They had a lot of beads. Hippies had beads.
I
Yeah.
don't know about doors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
doors.
they would have like stuff in their doorways and stuff.
Yeah,
No, as long as
the
there's
beads.
look at the beads.
Yeah.
All those going around.
at some point they were all in there.
But yeah, so
At some point.
At some point, all those
Yeah,
beads.
what's
Little known fact.
No, I said at some point all those beads were in their ass.
oh, I thought you said like, what's the point? What's the point of having beads on the door if they don't go in your ass? But okay, so what would you guys do if you had like a bunch of money that was like weird?
Something okay, like weird and ridiculous.
Yeah, like I want to hear the crazy thing that you would think, like like use $100 bills to wipe your ass.
That's a good point.
Squid Games.
Well,
Okay,
you
well, not
wanna
Squid
kill
Games.
people?
No,
Squid Games. Oh, fuck.
The Beast Games. Is that what they're called?
Okay,
It would steal his name.
No, like just coming up with some crazy obstacles to give a bunch of money away, and just like I don't know, just the contest would be kind of cool to do. I don't know. Maybe that's fucked
Okay.
up.
so you do just want to murder people in Squid Games.
What was that show that, or probably still going on, where it's obstacles? People have to succeed to win money.
There's
Some of them are
Ninja
real
Warrior.
Ninja Warrior.
There's
Some of them are so
no, there's
crazy.
that fucking Netflix one, like Ultimate Beast Maker.
The Amazing Race.
What was that?
Yeah.
That's
No,
Canada.
the
Okay,
title.
it's not called Mr. Wild. What was it called?
Mr.
Man versus Wild.
versus
No,
Wild.
it's a wild one. It's
Wild.
Wild
Bear
doesn't-
Grylls one.
No, where people are doing a bunch of obstacles, and then they would like get hit by shit. And then you
Yeah,
had
they
like
would
these
laugh
two
their ass
older
off.
men. I think they were speaking. I think they're Japanese, or is it? I'm not sure what the language was, but
Are you talking about Most Extreme Elimination Challenge?
maybe it was that.
That's
I
like
used-
that. That's a funny. Like that was a show that was made, and then they dubbed over it.
Yeah, I used to just watch that for hours and hours. Like I didn't understand what
That
they were
was like
saying.
one of our favorite things to watch growing up. But yeah, it was like a Chinese game show,
Yeah,
and then it's like there was like a boulder that would come down. They'd have to like run up and hide in the things and try to get all the way up, or they have to run across these logs and they'd fall.
and then these two guys just laugh at all these people getting fucking.
Well,
like-
because it was like I think in Japan it was like taken very seriously,
Japan.
but when it came over here, they just dubbed over with English voices and just
Sounds
made it a
so
big joke.
fucking funny.
that's funny. Wow.
Uh,
I love.
MXC Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. If you weren't born when we grew up, you wouldn't understand, but it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Um,
if I had an excess amount of money, I would just buy and remove the people out of all the entire neighborhood, and I would just make one big house in the center. If I had a
where are you
crazy
putting
amount of
these
money,
people?
I would
I'm
pay off
scared.
the city, and I would just do that. Bulldoze them, motherfucker.
You want to be all alone?
No,
This
just
is
have
all Orthang, and he wants to build
yeah,
his
I
fucking
was like
tower.
I said before, Count Orlok's castle. I'll build a big castle right there.
Oh man,
Basically, I'll take over the city we live in, and then Batman will have to stop.
How much
me.
money?
You're Kingpin.
Yeah, I'm basically.
could you
I'm paying-
imagine owning like a ghost town? Like you own everything, but you just make it where it's like really fucking scary. Someone drives by, they're like, "Fuck."
Hey,
And-
where-
so
there's
how's the
that
wax?
village, with that town where there's dolls everywhere.
Mhm.
There's like one woman that lives in it,
Oh,
and everybody
it's that
that
video I showed
leaves,
you.
she makes a doll out of them and puts it
Oh.
where they used to live.
Is that, the video,
Is
is,
it
that, is
silent?
that the video I showed you, Christian? I showed you a video.
That's
about
some
that.
weird.
Maybe.
The Walking Dead did that. I'm pretty sure in one of the recent shows. It's like in France. There's an old couple lived there, and they kept the zombies, but they kept them in their like alive
Yeah.
and doing shit that they normally did in their real life in this town.
Yeah.
Really fucking
And
weird.
people who were gonna die, they would prepare for them, make dolls for them.
House of Wax was pretty much like that. They just killed
See?
people.
Yeah,
That's disgusting.
yeah, I
I
remember.
don't
that.
like that.
Yeah,
So everybody
fucking
that
gross.
dies in that
Yeah,
town
it's the
gets
Asian-
replaced by a
it's
doll.
all by one Asian lady. Dude, that does
They
that.
look like potato people.
She basically owns the town. She's there on her own, making dolls.
Yeah,
out
it's
of people.
creepy because
Out
she,
of- not out of people.
How do you sleep at night?
but it's creepy because she
With
prepares
dolls.
for people.
No, but that's what House of Wax was. It's like people came into town, they killed them, and made them into big wax figures.
Yeah, they did. They did. Good movie.
Well,
Early
Should we
2000s.
beta?
Very early 2000s. Hilarious.
I haven't watched that in a long ass time. Paris Hilton's in that, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
We watched it, but I didn't see the scene. I remember from the movie. You know the scene when he throws he throws a broom through the window shield.
Oh, it wasn't a broom. I think it was like a piece of wood.
I've never heard anyone say
I
window
was
shield.
watching it. I didn't see that scene. I remember.
Pipe. I think it was a metal pipe. Yeah, he kills Paris Hilton that way. I think.
Oh, well, yeah.
We just watched it recently.
I was watching with you guys. I didn't see it, so. Unless
it was a good movie. Like those 2000 movies are a very specific breed of movie.
Yeah.
Hyper violent, like dialogue doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Cool villains and just like
bad acting.
Oh well, yeah. Yeah, usually. Well, see, like we watch Darkness Falls, we watch fucking Jeepers Creepers, we watch. Well, Jeepers Creepers 1 is different. Jeepers Creepers 1 was well acted.
Yeah.
We watched Darkness Falls, like the Final Destinations. There's all those where it's like sometimes, like the story in House of Wax is very cool and haunting. It is very cool premise.
Mhm.
And you know what? The ending is very like it's a huge climax. Well, not this. I didn't do that, but it was but, like the ending was like very grand. Like it was huge.
House
like,
of Wax.
The whole house was melting. The entire wax thing. Like they had to run out. Like it was. There's a lot of cool shit in that movie.
Like 13 Ghosts, a house where all the walls are glass. That's an ambitious horror movie that we need more of. We don't get those anymore. Now we get somebody's possessed and they're going whatever the fuck.
Mhm.
They get an Oscar for it. Probably not. I don't know.
I don't think
I
they
would
were
build-
nominated.
No.
Oh, did you see her audition tape?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like,
I would build.
Just disrespectful as fuck. No, she was fine. I'm sure she's good. Whatever. To go back for a moment, it's funny. I'm sorry, what was I going to say? No, I was going to say that it's funny how we realized that Darkness Falls is just Alan Wake. It's just the same exact.
Oh yeah.
The guy has to like operate in light constantly, and it's the same exact personality.
yeah.
It's so funny.
Except nothing made sense in that movie, especially at the end. I think we talked about it before, but the fact that light kills her, so they put her in a fucking lighthouse and then they shine the light on her, and then somehow she's still alive. And then the thing that kills her is that the guy's hand catches on fire and he fucking punches her.
Punches her.
Oh. It's like, how would that be worse than the lighthouse?
That doesn't make any sense. That light is bright as fuck.
And the fire would be like, nobody said heat hurts her. Nobody said whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking and like this would hurt him more.
Wait, what got her? Wasn't she? Did she get burned by fire?
Yeah,
Why
his hand was set on fire and he fucking punched
like,
her.
in her like history.
It's just light.
Why is she scared of light?
I think because she's like she's a darkness.
If it was
ghost?
because she was burned on fire, then light shouldn't affect her. Fire, she should have the same like Freddy Krueger. But I don't know if that's her history. Maybe she wasn't she like, I'm getting Dead Silence and this movie confused. I don't know.
Oh, Dead Silence. It was amazing how it's just like, I understand James Wan was directly off of Saw, but the ending, they made a 1-to-1 with Saw.
Dun-dun-dun,
They did the like
dun-dun-dun.
dun 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 dun, and he's like spinning, and he like finds out like that
His father
or whatever was a puppet the whole time, and he's like dun dun dun, and he's like oh, and then she like shows up and steals his tongue. I had some. Okay, that's also what I want to say. We were playing Final Fantasy X recently, and then we just realized that it's just Futurama. The guy, it's just kind of like he shows up 1,000 years later. Like he gets like knocked out and he's like 1,000 years later.
Oh.
And then it's like everybody shows up and he's like, oh, hey. And it's like he meets the guy, and one of the first guys he meets is a guy voiced by the guy who voices Bender. And he's like, what's up, man? I was like, this is just Futurama.
That's
Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Yeah,
That was hilarious.
I mean, for those that play Final Fantasy X, if you know about it, it is just a straight up same thing.
Highly popular game, but just funny that the guy wakes up 1,000 years later, and then he meets like a very like odd girl, like who's in this tribe. Is like kind of like Leela, and then he goes and meets this guy, and he's voiced by the same guy who voices Bender. It's just insane. Like it's just that's
funny.
hilarious, especially just the fact that it was 1,000 years exactly.
It was like exactly 1,000 years.
Just
Now,
like
if I got transported 1,000 years in the future, I'd be pretty upset if everything was shitty.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, I'd buy out a neighborhood. Tower of
Yeah,
War.
Tower of War thing.
See, I could never know if I went 1,000 years in the future. I could never like. I would want to know if my line exists. Like, Is there a line from like
There might
my
be like a
family that still
10,000
exists
people.
now? But no,
10,000
I would
people
never
out there.
want to know like what happened to like
Yeah.
my kids or grandkids or great grandkids.
Yeah, what if one was like president or something? Oh,
Well, I don't know because I don't want to hear about how they died. If I found out they died old, I'd be happy. But like that'd be
imagine you
scary
found out
to
they died
find
of a
out.
broken heart because you were gone.
Oh, I know.
What scares you more, the past or the
What if they
future?
also
He
transported?
starts crying. He's
10,000?
like, "Oh fuck!"
What scares you more, the past or the future? Like if you go back 1,000 years or 1,000
Oh, that's a good
years,
question
or
because
1,000
the
years
past
in
you
the
know how
future.
shitty it is, but the future you don't know what's.
No,
gonna
okay,
be
like
shitty.
What happened to you?
No, like what would be
no,
scary?
not the past like that. I'm talking about like fucking the Black Plague and stuff.
What would be
Oh,
scarier? Going
yeah,
back
the
5,000.
I thought he meant like our past.
Oh,
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Well, I thought he was like, would you rather go into your past or your future? Or no, he said, are you scared of the past or the future? So I thought he meant of our past or our future.
No, it's me in general, like the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one? Okay, if you
No,
had to
I
transport
I'm
500
so
years
scared.
in the future or past, which one would you choose?
No, I said
500
no,
years.
Where's the
5,000.
future?
5,000.
I'd have to say
Oh,
future.
5,000. There's no human. Or
Yeah,
they're all like.
I'm gonna
they're
get
like
killed
Oompa-
immediately by a
Oompa-Loompas.
tribe. There's more chance that there's gonna
But
be
the
like,
future could be fucked though.
wow, stop jerking the mic off.
It could be fucked the future. 5,000.
Yeah, but you're talking
Oh,
about
it's-
5,000
yeah,
years
okay.
in the past.
If it's-
You got murdered for anything
I
5,000.
think they may have built the pyramids around that time, and right, I'm like, they had nothing. I would choose the future as well if it's 5,000.
Maybe there's no
If
future
it's like
though.
500, I mean,
There's
I
no
don't
future maybe though. How do you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Well,
it's
yeah.
gonna be scary.
AI
yeah,
would
but
take over.
there's
That's
a
one thing.
bigger chance of survival if you go in the future.
So
what
would
if,
you choose the
what if we're on a
past?
different planet though? And something scary. I don't know.
Would
Okay,
you-
but
would
then
you-
I could say, what if you were eaten by a Tyrannosaurus in the past?
I don't know.
Honestly,
I think they weren't.
realistically,
There was no Tyrannosaurus.
You'll walk
5,000
around
years ago.
spreading diseases easily just because you're immune to all of them. So
Right on.
those people
Yeah, not only
everywhere.
that, we don't know how to survive in the woods.
No,
Like,
just imagine like in terms of like all that shit, like technology and stuff in the future.
Be sick.
I would say I'd rather go to the future. It'd be fucking amazing.
well, the thing is, there's a better chance that people are more civil in the future than the past. Like in the past, like easily somebody
We're all-
sees you, they're just gonna
We're
kill you.
robots though.
Oh, yeah, AI. That's right.
It's a big thing.
Yeah, but these are okay. We know what happened in the past, and we know that it's dangerous. We have no clue what happens.
What if we had the knowledge that we have now in the present though? Or in
What
past?
the fuck? Stop
What-
adding.
I don't know.
No, but seriously,
conditions.
like we have the knowledge of the present, but we're in the past or in the future. That actually changes everything, though.
If we have
Wait, what?
knowledge of the present of the past,
No,
and the
like our
future?
brains, like like who we are now, but we're in the past. I don't know. Like we're not going back to where we're like cavemen,
Okay, but what past?
like 5,000 years ago. Or
Wow,
the
what
feel
are we
like-
gonna do?
I feel like you're picking a too big of a
What are we gonna invent
Time.
5,000 years in the past?
like 500 years ago to say.
No, I mean like it changes everything if we still have ourselves, like we have our brain, who we are now in the present, but like
yeah, but the thing is, we only know what
Because-
we know what to do on computers. We don't know how to make.
no,
them.
but from what I'm aware of dinosaurs, so I see them, I know who they are.
Well, dinosaurs were millions of years ago.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But I guess if it's 5,000, you have.
But do you know how to, like-
You have mammoths walking around. I
Do
think.
you know how to make weapons?
Did we?
What if I brought guns to the past?
No.
Yeah. What was the latest?
Mammoths are way longer. than
Because
that.
like most of them died, but there were some of them on a tiny island somewhere.
Yeah, dinosaurs were
No, actually,
no,
they're
dinosaurs
white
were like 200
mammoths.
million.
mammoths are extinct, right? I mean, obviously. Holy
Oh, no, it's
fuck.
not there.
This is a Greek mythology all over again. Hey,
Dinosaurs
what
were
time is it?
500 million.
452.
Oh, they were on a remote island in the Arctic 4,000 years ago. It's
Who?
not that long. The mammoths.
You talk,
There was a couple white mammoths because they were.
but
there
let's
was a
see
lot of-
regular mammoths because we don't know any of these remote islands. We're not going there.
So you were stuck on an island.
What scares you more,
With a
AI or
bunch of mammoths.
dinosaurs? Just kidding. No.
It's not
Uh,
dinosaurs. It'd be humans that would just kill us immediately.
It's pretty much like 10,000 years, and then I guess, well, maybe like between that time period, they were kind of going.
The funny thing is that even if we traveled back in the past just now, we would still be at a disadvantage.
I know.
Like these humans know how to make like fucking weapons out of rocks and sticks. We don't know how to do that shit. We'd be fucked.
If we got sent to the future, we'd be like, "Why are you wiping your ass with AI or something?" I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
be out of touch.
AI? What do you mean AI?
Like, we won't know what's what. We'll be like, YouTube owns half the continent now. What?
Yeah, but that's
Like, who
the thing
knows?
is that we can learn that stuff because people could teach us in the future. In the past,
What if it's
they're just
like-
going to murder us.
What if it's like the seashell thing? You know,
What if
from the
all-
movie Demolition Man. And it's like, how do I operate this
What if
toilet?
all humans are robots though? They'll have like mechanics.
Oh, that's
See,
true. What
this
if,
is what.
what if
Okay,
there's Terminators?
the question
What if-
was:
what if
would you
most-
rather go in the fat?
What if most of the population is as mechanical?
Okay, the question was, would you rather go in the past or the future? We know what happened in the past. We don't know what happened in the future. Everything is speculation. I'm saying I would rather take my chances in the future because there's more chances of it being civil because we already know that the past is not.
It's true.
Wait, you don't know about the future.
What about aliens?
That's what
I
I'm
know,
saying.
that's
That's what
what
it's a bigger,
That's
it's a
scary.
better chance.
A better chance not knowing. Okay.
Yes, because we know that people are wanting to kill us in the past.
That's true.
Yeah, so
That's
if
true.
you have a slight chance to go in the future,
like 5,000 years, okay, you're at least on Mars and the moon, minimum, right?
What if a black hole
Like, come
killed
on,
us?
5,000 fucking years.
well, I don't know about the moon, but yeah, Mars.
we
for
could-
sure.
Wait, what? You can't you can't swim the moon? Let's swim the moon.
Well, I
We
don't know
can't
if you.
grow crops on
I
that.
don't know if you guys
You can
live
throw
there.
some dirt on the moon or something.
What if black hole kills us? What if a black hole just
Easy.
kills us though? Outer space.
What? Stop throwing all these speculations.
Oh, did you see that thing? I saw Joe Rogan shared it anyways. It's like they found like the square or something on Mars.
Oh yeah, the square on
Big
Mars.
square.
I was looking at that and
SpongeBob is alive.
I don't know what it was, but it's just like I don't
it's
know.
just weird to see like proper geometry.
It was like a different structure, a different
Yeah.
thing. So it was a perfect square that the rover, I guess, took a picture of.
It is mysterious.
And I'm like, that's really fucking weird. I don't know why
But,
that
like,
would be there.
squares do form in nature on Earth. Apparently, somebody showed an image of it as well. I'll bring up the Mars square though because it's kind of neat to look
They're
at.
doing
I don't know.
math.
You look at it. I'm
That's creepy. Yeah.
But like yeah.
What'd you say?
No, I said they're doing math.
Then you said that's creepy.
No.
Yes, you did.
yeah, I heard you say that.
Look how fucking square this shit
He's
is.
scared of math.
Yeah, like what the fuck is that?
It's real weird. It's like somebody's digging out a pool on Mars.
Can't see it.
It's just an anomaly.
Oh wait, it's the cell games.
Like to me, it just looks like there's like something
right.
that's
They're
underneath,
building a ring version.
almost like if it's like a
Piece of metal or something.
yeah. So I don't know why that
But I
would
don't,
be
what's
there.
this right image though? Is that like somebody's enhanced version of it? Or is this the original? Because like that's not the, or is that like
There's-
later
there's
in
gift.
time? Could be later.
Moves?
That doesn't work. But yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Anyway, space.
Aliens?
That's a big space cheese. It. Oh,
What if?
put it on.
Aliens.
Ancient alien.
Oh, I
Yeah.
saw in the last pod you did that. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Someone was telling a story, and then but you threw that picture up of like I don't know who that was. Do you remember that?
Oh, what?
Fuck.
Ancient
They
alien.
at some point in the pod, someone was mentioning a story, and it popped up like a jump scare.
Oh, you noticed that?
Yeah,
Oh, we were talking about that was Willem Dafoe as Count Orlok. We were talking
Okay.
about that,
Oh.
and then I, for a moment, as I was editing, I just clicked to the scary image and flipped back. I didn't think anyone noticed. Yes.
But we're gonna take a break.
yeah.
Intermission, just like in the '60s.
Let's
Yeah.
all go to the lobby.